All right, Sistas fans, man, I'm not used to saying that. I'm telling you, like a lot of these videos, I'm looking at the view count. I'm actually quite pleased. This video is going to be discussing Andi because honestly, even though Sabrina is my favorite of the group, Andi is the one that has the most dissection to do. I know some people have been asking me about Karen and the whole Zach thing, but I don't know, man. Why does Andi go after the same kind of people? A lot of people are like, for a lawyer, she's not that smart when it comes to picking her partners. Honestly, I get it. I understand why people would say that. I thought that way as well, but Andi is actually well written from that aspect because this happens in real life, because you have to think about some athletes or famous celebrities or whatever kind of category, or people who are well off. It's like, wait a minute, this person is quite successful and they can have just about anyone they wanted, yet they decide to go after someone who is already in a relationship. They're already married. They're obviously a bad fit for them. They actually treat them bad. It's almost like Andi has a specific kind of person in mind, but she always picks that person who isn't the best fit. I mean, you had, what was his name? Was it Paris? And guys, remember, I haven't watched the show in like a month, but it was the old lady who was like the custodial. She was a custodian for the law firm that Andi worked at, and then that's when she like fainted or something. And then her grandson, or was it the son? I know it was interchangeable in that first episode, but either way, I think Paris was the name of the guy who brought Andi back to the law firm. Because I believe, yeah, that's right, because she was in the ambulance, so she didn't get her car. And then Gary was there waiting for her in the lobby. So basically, she pretty much let him down. He's just saying that, oh, I'm already seeing someone. And now Morris comes into the picture. And I'm not going to say that Andi chose wrong there, just because of the fact that she didn't know what kind of man Morris really was. She ignored Gary's warnings. And when she got a understanding of who Morris is as a person, based off the way he was talking to her when they were having a drink, she got out of there ASAP. So it's almost like Andi likes playing these kind of games where there's risk involved, or she's pretty much the kind of person, and I'm not just going to say the kind of woman, because men are like that too in some cases. It's like for some reason, you can be like top of your class, you could be working in a successful, law firm, or, or as an attorney and whatnot. But when it comes to okay, and I can relate to this, emotions make you F up. Okay, let me just put it this way. You can make poor decisions based off your emotions despite how highly intelligent you are. But that doesn't really excuse you from making terrible choices like, oh, I'm seeing someone who's married, but I'm going to hang on to their promises of leaving their spouse even though it's been like 6 months. Or I'm going to date someone who doesn't work, or doesn't have any aspirations to get a job, and they don't clean or anything around the place we're staying at, but I love them or I love her and we're going to stay together. Emotions make you do stupid shit, I guess. That's the easiest way to put it. And not to mention, when it comes to this show, it's 4 main characters, 4 women, so Tyler Perry has to give them all a different dynamic, where Danny's like the wild child of the bunch, but at the same time, it seems like she's some people have been requesting I talk about her and the rodeo dude, the cowboy. I have yet to watch any episodes of him, so I might look into it. I don't know. Karen obviously is like Andi 2.0, hence why those two click together so well. But her drama comes from, hanging on to a deadbeat in Zach, and then getting involved with Aaron, causing a lot of drama when his wife was stalking her, then killed herself. And then Sabrina's pretty much the dynamic of the dilemma of really liking someone, but then having to question their sexuality, which leads to unnecessary drama, because honestly, that's just a conversation you should have with Calvin and not get everybody else involved. So Andi has to be the poster girl of the successful independent black woman, but she has an affair on the side messing around with somebody who's married, and it's almost like forbidden fruit. It's always like they always say, you always want what you can't have. That's the thing. That's the best way to put it. So, excuse me. Do I think Andi has a poor choice in men? Should I judge her based off that the one affair with Gary? Let me put it this way. She made a bad call. She's facing the consequences of that bad call. And it seems at the moment, based off the last episode, she's ready to move on from Gary, given the fact that she's lost so much already messing around with him. And now it's like, to be honest, she almost has nothing left to lose when you think about it. But then again, if you get involved with Gary and then if he does get the divorce, that means his wife is going to try to take him for everything he's got. So literally you have nothing. But since you've already lost a lot and he seemingly is staying with his wife in order to protect his money. Yeah, there are so many what ifs in this situation. But I think that Andi should act smarter. But Andi is a reflection of the real world. All these characters are for the most part, but what Andi is doing is what happens all the time in the real world. So I'm not going to call Andi dumb. I'm not going to say she's stupid. I'm going to say that she's a perfect reflection of how in this day and age, well, not just this day and age, people have been doing this for centuries. You're willing to jeopardize your livelihood on emotion. You go after someone who you shouldn't be with, and technically Gary was the one that pursued her, but you know what I mean. So really it comes down to Andi being a victim of circumstance, because like Leslie was saying, I honestly think Andi was a strategic play by Gary in order to, I didn't get a prenup, so let me just get out of this marriage by getting with a lawyer or attorney who can help me out, because I can, handle her in bed and she can handle things in the office. So I feel like Andi will I think Paris is probably going to come back into the picture at some point, but now's probably not the best time. At this point, Andi needs to regroup because, she's going through a lot right now, and hopefully things work out in the end. Hopefully Paris comes and, sweeps her off her feet, because honestly, she needs to pick the right one next time. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Andi as a character? Why is she making bad choices? But again, there are real people. There are people in your family, people in your friend group that are the Andi of the group. They're messing around with somebody who's already taken, or they continuously pick the wrong kind of guy. So that's all I got to say. Thanks so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit me up on social media or follow me. Links are in the description. And give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you next time.